a very famous and popular place that attracts thousands of people each year from all around the world. And it's hard to imagine that just across the bay lies a completely opposite city that, according to the news media, is the worst city in the Bay Area. That city is Oakland, my hometown.
Oakland is a small urban city of 412,200 people. The ethnicity of the residents of Oakland is one of the most diverse in the country. The most common and basic of their dreams is to live in a safe, peaceful environment. But each day, somehow those dreams crumble.
Like New York City, who experienced mayhem and pain on September 11, 2001, Oakland has experienced a share of pain brought on by both natural and human disaster.
There were 84 homicides in 2001. By 2003, homicides reached 114. As the murder rate continues to rise, we must explore the question, where do you go when your community crumbles?
Well, I think some youth, they run away, try to hide from the fact that their neighborhood is not safe. When some people, it's some of them that fight for their neighborhood, but what I do, I go to my parents for help because I know they can help me, and I trust them that they'll make the right decisions in helping me out. And some youth, they just need to start fighting for their rights and know that running away from the problem won't solve anything.
I'm in Oakland, and I don't think this community has crumbled. I mean, I have a brother who lives in Oakland, but the part of Oakland that he lives in is totally different than the part of the Oakland that I live in. And I don't feel that Oakland has crumbled. I feel that we need to get churches more involved and active, and active in what's going on in the community, which I belong to a church that does that. I also feel that we need to get the children more involved.
When my community, my world started crumbling, I took to the streets because I really just be by myself, just Jesus Christ and me. You know what I'm saying? I got my sleeping bag, I sleep wherever I want to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little peace. It's not the place to be, and I'm not happy, but I'm a little content.
Oakland was once a thriving community with a booming economy. The Oakland port quickly became one of the largest and busiest seaports in the world. Economic development flourished with plenty of new housing, transportation, road development, and some of the best schools in the country. Fun, safe places were easy to find, crime was minimal, and that in the old days, Oakland was considered to be one of the best places to live in the country.
Today, Oakland is believed to be one of the worst cities in the country to live in. Why Oakland is perceived in such a negative way is a highly debated issue.
She is not in a public school. She attends a Catholic school. And the reason why my husband and I decided to put her in a private school is precisely for the reasons that I just mentioned. Unfortunately, the public schools at Oakland, as of today, are not able to provide the kind of care and education that I would feel comfortable for my daughter.
I think that, if we had like a nice little community center where like us youth could go to, something real for us to do, that would definitely decrease the violence.
I think a lot of youth don't have nowhere to go, Our schools are tore up, there's no toilet paper, they're building more prisons than they are schools.
Nobody wants to see nobody. Police say one person was treated for a minor injury and one arrest was made. 2 nearby BART stations were also temporarily shut down. The last 2 years, this same festival, which is supposed to be a positive celebration for the city of Oakland, has ended in violence.
I feel as though my community it's not as bad as how the media puts it out there, and I think that we need more like community leaders, and adults should really have like more interaction with the kids in the neighborhood and more youth organizations. So I feel as though my community, we just need to get together and, form a unity.
The reason our children don't do what they're supposed to do is because we don't do what we're supposed to do.
A rally took place at a local park in East Oakland, but less than 200 people showed up to hear the community leaders, ministers, and politicians. One surely needs to ask, where are the people whose community appears to be crumbling, and what are they doing to prevent it?
While much economic development continues to occur in downtown Oakland, the cost of housing is so great that the number of homeless is increasing daily.
Homeless people like walking around everywhere, people pushing baskets to try to make a living and stuff. it's just like hard to like see people like walk down the street and don't nobody care about the community. That's why it's so trashy and stuff.
What things can be done to rebuild Oakland?
There has to be a fight to, of course, protect public institutions that already exist, beginning with public schools, but in terms of access to public housing, in terms of parks and rec, in terms of all those kinds of services that make for a better quality of life.
We need like more people to like get into like the school activities and like work together as one community, because if we don't really have community togetherness, we really don't have anything.
It's the politicians who really have the authority and they have the purse strings. And those are the people who need to be looking at East Oakland and making grants to East Oakland, funding the redevelopment of East Oakland, making sure the money in East Oakland comes to the people in East Oakland. But that's only going to happen if the people of East Oakland participate in the political process and force the politicians to address their issues.
One thing we have to do is change the image that we make, because like we have a big influence on the world. Like when they see us, they seem to see only the negative. Like in the media, they never really show the positive. They show more negative than positive. They see the drugs, they see the pimping, they see all that negative stuff. But I think we need to show more of the good to get more good feedback back to come into Oakland.
The way that I understand organizing, which is about empowering people, is that it happens one-to-one. So it happens one person going to another person and sharing what their hopes and their dreams are. And then you, little by little, you grow, and it turns into something that's very large and collective, and where you have a lot of power.
I just plan to like be a activist, be a voice out there that like could address like problems. Like I plan on getting an education, but like really like going back to the communities and like start my own organization.
I think youth can do a lot to take charge and empower themselves. Getting involved, just attending a council meeting, for example. It's intimidating at first, but there are people there in the council and city staff that you can identify that'll help you if you want to volunteer. The city and the mayor has a summer jobs program. It's a great way of getting involved, finding out how the system works, and then you can truly make a difference.
A lot of our young people are not sitting back and realizing they have siblings who are looking up to them. And my question to them would be, what legacy do you want to leave your siblings? Something negative, something positive? Because we all have choices.
Jobs in schools, and I think we just got to keep pounding away at that. And then we got to find a way to have moderately affordable housing in the city. We want to improve the community and bring everybody along who's here now to make things better.
If we want change, we must all work together. We could all make a difference for the better, for our future and for our children's future. But we all must learn to see all of the good things that Oakland hides in every corner and on every block. And you will find that Oakland is a good city to live in.